welcome to episode 16 of the Sports Ramble Podcast. You notice that I'm not doing my usual enthusiasm, and then we'll get to that reason in a minute. We'll also get to other reasons why I want to die. But before we begin this episode, still preface that there are still fires raging in California, so hopefully everyone is safe and okay from there. With that being said, the college football playoffs wrapped up its little bit of rounds with Texas falling to Ohio State. We kind of knew that was coming, but I will say Texas kept it close until Quinn Ewers did the Quinn Ewers thing and crapped himself, like he always does, and now he's declaring for the draft. My guess is he's going to be a late round pick because there's no way he's going top 10.
Either fourth or fifth round, I'm thinking, because
I have him being taken by either the Saints or the I actually have him, and if he drops to the third or fourth round, I actually do have him picked up by the Cowboys because Sark and Jerry Jones have a good relationship, as well as Ewers being good friends with some of the guys.
Here's my thing. If Quinn gets drafted to the Cowboys, he gets to develop under Dak, which I know, like, everyone's saying, like, oh, Dak's not really a good mentor. Like, he is.
Yeah.
Like, he's
yeah.
one of, like, the top quarterbacks in the league. Top 10. Yes, I'm saying it. Top 10. Not top 5, top 10. Being reasonable here. Don't give me that look.
No, I don't. No, actually, you know what? I'll agree. I agree. I shouldn't say that. I agree.
But like I'm saying, like as a good mentor for Quinn to learn from.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like, and then we just don't know what the Cowboys situation like for coaching.
Yeah, and that's kind of the big news is they mutually parted ways with Mike McCarthy. Everyone thought, oh, he got fired, he resigned. No, they just mutually parted ways. It's a mutual contract termination. That's all it is. Leave it at that. And now I see the number one candidate is Coach Prime, who is currently coaching at University of Colorado Boulder. Do I think he'd be a good fit for the Cowboys? I do and I don't. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence because when you see what he's done with the Cowboys, or sorry, the Buffs out in Colorado. He's turned that program around. He's done very good. But all of his cool rules. I like a lot of his rules. You got to come in clean shaven and all that stuff. I think it's cool, but I don't think he's a good fit for what he wants to run. Because to me, it looks like another Jimmy Johnson situation where Prime's got an ego. We all know this. Everyone has ego.
Yeah.
But how much of it is going to be him controlling the team versus him controlling the team because Jerry Jones told him to? Because Prime does not seem like the kind of guy that would just roll over and let someone like Jerry Jones do whatever.
Oh yeah, because Prime, he has that personality saying like, hey, I'm gonna do it this way. You can tell me otherwise.
Yeah.
Or I can't coach the way I want to coach. Because you're gonna tell me how to coach. That's not how I
Exactly.
work.
Yes.
That's why I think like Mike McCarthy was trying to like coach how he wants to coach, but Jerry told like Mike say, "Hey, Dak, don't run Dak as much because that Dak's our future, even though
Yes.
he's 31 years old. We don't want Dak to get hurt, which
Yes.
hey, he did. It happens. It's football.
That's
Stuff happens.
everyone gets hurt in football, but I don't know. I think if not him, I know they kicked around Steve Sarkisian for a little bit. That's not going to happen because
Robert
he wants
Sala.
to. No,
Wait.
why?
He's a
Why?
good defensive headed coach. I
You
mean,
already
he took.
yeah, okay. If you're not gonna hire, so if everyone that wants Sal, then just hire Mike Zimmer. He's a defensive coach. See, that's what no one wants to have that talk. It's like, okay, I knew Zimmer when he played for the Minnesota Vikings. I knew he's a good coach. He's like what's he's kind of like Doc Rivers, not like in the choking way, but in the like he's good for the team in the short term. But if you keep him around longer than 4 seasons, which what the Vikings did, you start seeing problems.
Well, we'll see. I mean, like I don't know. we'll see how the Cowboys work that out because Michael already said like he's devastated, even though like I mean it happens. Life happens. It's unfortunate. I like Big Mike as a
He's
coach.
going to Chicago. Let's be honest.
He might actually. And speaking about Chicago's NFC rival, you want to talk about what happened on Monday night? You want to talk about it? Because
Before we get to that, let's get to
no,
Thursday.
no, don't run from it. Hey, it's right there. It's
I know
right
we'll
there.
get there. We'll get
Hey,
there. Don't worry. We got there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
speaking about the like
So
wild card, there's a bunch of
yeah. So
upsets.
wild card weekend was a depressing time for me, obviously. But before we get to the big game of that, because that was the last game of the wild card weekend because of the fires that had to be played on a Monday. The first game, Chargers and Texans, dude, Chargers. What happened? You guys lay the biggest egg I've ever seen. Justin Herbert blamed himself for the loss, but I think it was more on his line not helping, his
That was wide
receivers being
receivers.
but yeah, his receivers being able to catch syphilis. The defense did okay. I mean, the defense, yes, they got gashed, but how much? What do you expect when the defense is out there almost the entire game?
And here's my thing. It just showed how pretty much the Chargers crapped the bed more than Houston dominating the game.
Yeah,
Because Houston, like, they play good.
yeah, but they
But
didn't
my
have to
thing
do
is
much.
they can't play like that. Like they got lucky.
Yes.
I know like the L words like, oh, don't throw that, don't throw that. Like, oh, we played
Yeah.
good. Like, no, the Chargers played like crap. It was terrible.
Now it's the battle of luck teams in the divisional round. Who's gonna get luckier, the Chiefs or the Texans?
Here's my thing. Just it's gonna be a good game nonetheless.
I
Texas
hope
and
so.
Chiefs, but I think the Chiefs are gonna pull out some like black magic and like win by a field goal. They always do it. They find a way.
And then the Steelers, Ravens. I mean, everyone knew the Ravens were going to win that game. I mean, listen, the standard is the standard over at Steeler Nation. Our buddy, mutual friend Caleb, and Drew, who is also a big Steelers fan.
Yeah.
I felt bad for them. I talked to Drew a little bit.
And you know what's
He knew what
crazy?
was happening. So
You know what's crazy? People are asking for Mike Tomlin to get fired, even though it's not really his fault. It's just his offense sucks.
no, listen, I think he deserves to be fired. And the reason I say this is because it's his coaching. It's him that hires the coaches. It's him that vets the coaches. It's him, for the last 6, 7 years. It's been on him. He's the standard. They always say it, the standard is the standard, and the standard is not is mediocrity. Just not giving a flying F on whether or not you want to try or not. You make the playoffs consistently. He's never had a losing season. That's awesome, but it's always the model of you're close, but you're never close enough. So eventually, at one point, you stop getting complacent with the way he's been coaching, and you start going, okay, we got to move on from him. Because at some point, we got to move on. Because again, Steelers don't fire coaches; they retire or have their contracts conveniently expire.
Yeah.
The whole team shut down in that game against the Ravens. You couldn't stop. You couldn't stop a quarterback draw. You couldn't stop King Henry. The only people that looked like that cared were Russ and TJ Watt. Those are the only two players that I pointed out that I'm like, these guys care about the team winning.
I feel
And
bad for Russ. Like it's just like he was
yeah, but
putting
the
up.
thing he has to constantly play hero ball. He has to constantly throw prayers up because his line is a turnstile. So I expect some big moves, hopefully from the Steelers, at least in the draft or at least in free agency, maybe with some trades. I doubt it. But Russ is moving on. It sounds like Russ is moving on from the Steelers. That's what it sounds like to me.
And then Fields is the future, which like Justin Fields played really good this season. He had a 4-2 record
I
with.
wonder if that. But I wonder if as a starter, Fields is not good as a starter, but is better as a spot starter.
Oh no, he did good with them.
Yeah.
Um, he was like 4-2 as a starter, I believe. And
Mm-hmm.
whenever Russ came, that's when the Steelers went like undefeated for like a hot minute.
Mm-hmm.
But my thing is Justin Fields has that aspect like, hey, like I could like still I could still play. I was just on a bad team with
Yeah.
bad coach.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, they just don't have a good offense. That can easily be fixed in the draft and off season like trades, free agent signings, anything. That can easily be fixed. It My thing is if they could mesh
Yeah.
like the offense around Fields, which is like he's still young.
Yeah,
And hey, y'all still got Pickens, even though like
I think he's gonna get it. He's gonna.
you don't think he's gonna stay, or he might
Okay,
get traded somewhere.
let me rattle off some names for you. Antonio Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, Chase Claypool,
Never mind, never mind. You proved my point.
George
You got
Pickens,
yeah.
Martavis Bryant. All those guys all have like for whatever reason, whenever a wide receiver goes to the Steelers, ever since like once Hines Ward left, it's been like every receiver has had massive ego problem and has problems with either the law, their own team, they fight on the field. Pickens embodies AB Juju. Like Juju didn't get into problems off field, but he became cancer in the way of he was chasing clout in the brand by doing all these TikToks and all that, and then he ran himself out of town. So all these guys run themselves out of town. And so it becomes this thing where eventually you have to look at your team and go, okay, what is the problem? And so again, it kind of comes back to Tomlin. Tomlin being complacent, not setting rules down, not the standard is the standard where it's just hey, we're complacent. So, but to talk about complacency, let's talk about the Denver Broncos who absolutely got their ass kicked. The Bills, the first play, I was like, oh my god, the Broncos might have a chance. They scored on the first drive of the game. Oh no, it's all oh no, they're all dead. Oh, no.
Let's
And the fact
just
that
say the
credit to Bo
Bills
Nix
after
though,
they scored, the Broncos scored their first touchdown, the first like touchdown of the game. Let's just
yeah,
say Buffalo gave the B to A to
yeah,
Denver, which
yeah,
a second seed should do to a seven seed. Don't let the seven seed get
fully,
any momentum.
yeah,
Because obviously the Cowboys
know what that's about.
don't know how to do that, but hey, different story. Let's stay on topic now.
But
But
the
yeah,
Bills, the Bills.
The Bills took care of
Listen,
business.
I give credit to Bo Nix for playing. What was it, a back fracture he had or something like that, or playing with a big injury or something like that. And good dude. Listen, Bo Nix, 13 of 22, 144 yards, one touchdown. That's not terrible. Four carries for 43 yards. He's I think he's the future of that
Oh
team.
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
And it only took 4 years now, 4 years for John Elway to draft a good quarterback. Remember when they drafted Paxton Lynch?
yeah.
Everyone remember that.
Like yeah, how long did that last?
I think it was half a season.
It didn't last long. It didn't last long.
And then the Eagles taking B to A to the Packers. Despite what the score says 22-10, that game was way, way more out of depth than
Yeah, cause
we
that's
even.
how. See, I wish we played. Well, anyways, I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm just a spectator this playoff
Yeah.
season. But anyways, the Packers were showing some slight defeat, especially losing the last game of the season to Chicago. That kind of like shot their momentum going heading into playoffs. Especially like all playoff teams should like have like that last like, hey, let's go out there. Last game of the season, let's finish out high so we can have momentum going into playoffs. So
Yeah.
that like here's that's my thing on that saying like, hey, like
And
they always
losing
had
guys
it.
and then losing guys, not having guys like Jair Alexander in just got hurts a lot for a team's like psyche, and then you just kind of have to. It's kind of it felt like the whole game, at least when the game looked like it was out of hand, like when they hit 14 points, it just felt to me like the Packers, like even though because 14's not insurmountable, but it just felt like they were just out of it. They were just going through the motions out there. They just didn't really have it, and that's understandable, I guess. But again, it just
Yeah,
doesn't look
because
good for making the playoffs.
Jordan Love had three interceptions. He was, I mean, my thing is like, yeah, he kind of
He truly is Brett
he
Favre.
was trying to like he was trying to force some things that like it wasn't there, and I was like, bro, like have some
Everyone compares him to Aaron Rodgers, but he's more like Brett Favre than he is Aaron Rodgers.
Brett Favre whenever he was in Minnesota. Oh, um,
Because hey, it took us to an NFC Championship game. That's all I can say. That's the last time we were there. But then the best game that happened of the weekend was the Commanders Buccaneers. I felt bad for poor Baker, man. But my God, Jane Daniels.
uh, that hurt me. Even though Washington was supposed to beat Tampa, but Tampa Bay kind of choked that game. It was bad because the Baker fumbled, and that's what led to Washington scoring the following possession, and then Washington kicked the game-winning field goal. Was the doink, and whenever I saw the kicker, he was so nervous. The way that like he took his helmet off, checked to like try and like fix his hair. I don't know how many times he did that. He did that about like 10 times.
Yeah, he's so
That's why.
nervous.
That's how I knew it was like bro was shaking in his boots. Or
Yeah.
I was like, bro, get it together, dude. You're about to kick a field goal in the playoffs to advance to the divisional round for the first time in like since like like bunch of years. I don't know
7,000 days.
because Washington fans were like crying tears of joy because they haven't been past like the
So it was Washington's first playoff win in nearly 7,000 days.
I'm about to say like since like 2005, right?
Yeah. See what happens when you get rid of Dan Snyder, guys?
See, that's the
Shocking.
thing. The
All you need is a new owner. Look at that. Dallas, take notes.
Well, that ain't gonna happen anytime soon.
No.
Oh, the
Hey,
grand finale.
good on Washington though to stop Bucky Irving. That was what I was like. Bucky Irving's gonna if he goes off, then
Oh yeah,
17
yeah.
carries, 77 yards. Good on the defense of Washington to stop him. But he's obviously gonna be a big fantasy pickup for a lot of people next year. I like that game. I thought it was the best game of the weekend, and now we arrive to the
And
grand
I love this
finale.
song. Oh, I love this part. So what was your favorite part of that game, Matthew? You want to talk about it? What's your favorite part? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna let you have your. I'm gonna let you have your say on this. I'm gonna just let
I'm
you
gonna use
have.
my cane. I use my cane of sadness um to help relieve my pain. But let's start off with the team. Kevin O'Connell is a good coach. He's a good quarterbacks coach. As a head coach and play caller, he is terrible. Now his play calling in that game was good. He threw slant. He ran slants. He ran quarterback draw or quarterback or halfback dives that were actually good if the hole was there. But then we get to the guy that was supposed to be paid in the offseason. Now he's not getting anything. Sam Darnold, McDonald's. He looked like Quinn Ewers did in the game against Ohio State. My hairline is currently receding as I'm talking about this.
He's stressing you out.
Dude, a game that looked like you could have won. And not only that, the Vikings, after watching last game against the Lions, you saw the Lions were blitzing and blitzing and blitzing, and you didn't make an adjustment. You would have thought, okay, maybe the Rams are going to do the same thing, and they do. They blitz almost every single play. And what does Darnold do? Craps himself on the field, doesn't get rid of the ball when he should, holds on to it longer than he should, gets strip sacked for a touchdown. I was like, oh man, before the last two games of the season. And might I add, the last two games of the season are the two games they lost previously. They went 14-2. Yeah, no, sorry, 15-2. But 14-2, the two losses on the season were to the Detroit Lions and the LA Rams. Oh, good. Look who they have to play for the last two games of the season. Detroit, LA. So, Darnold, 25 of 40, 245 yards, a touchdown, an interception, two fumbles, one fumble for a loss. Aaron Jones, 13 carries, 48 yards. Hawkinson, 5 receptions, 64 yards, touchdown. Hawkinson was the best player in the game for the Vikings, and that is saying something. Justin Jefferson, where were you? Oh, yeah, you were just too busy running a route that was too deep for Darnold to even throw the ball. I honestly don't. I don't want them. I don't want them to leave. I don't want Justin Jefferson and Addison to leave. But I wouldn't be upset if they wanted out. I really wouldn't. Really, I wouldn't. It would make complete sense to me. I mean, this team every year they're just like the Cowboys. You buy into the hype. oh my God, we're 14-3. We're gonna go to the Super Bowl. And then you do that. You lay the biggest egg you could have ever laid in a playoff game. You do everything wrong. Now Darnold is lucky to even get $1 million contract. But someone's gonna we're sure as shit not gonna pay him. I'm not gonna pay him. He listen, that's why I'm wearing my Kirko shirt. Look at this thing. This thing is a beauty. Did he win a playoff game with us? No, but at least he didn't crap the bed like that. Darnold the trash. Now it's the day of our boy, our Lord and Savior. Hallelujah. Praise JJ McCarthy. And if you suck too, I want you off that team. I want Brian Flores to get a new job. Because how is your defense, who is one of the leading rushing teams or blitzing teams in the league, all of a sudden stop blitzing? You blitz 5, you blitz 6. You don't blitz 4. You don't do man coverage. You do zone coverage. What is wrong with you? Maybe it's in the game. Freaking Chris Collinsworth. No, it was 8. Collinsworth or 8 man. I think it was Collinsworth. Yeah, it was Collinsworth. That was like, yeah, they're giving up the Vikings are giving up these big plays to Tyson Higbee and I was like, dude, maybe it's because you're playing zone coverage and not man when you should be playing man. Now the Rams are going to get smacked in the next round because Buka Naku is not 100% healthy. Neither is I think Higbee's out for the next game.
Oh, dang it.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100% sure.
Nah, I
The
just
most
wanted
interesting, the most interesting games this upcoming divisional round are going to be the Texans, Chiefs, and Ravens, Bills. Commanders, Lions, that could be interesting, but I think Detroit's going to take them out. And Eagles should destroy the Rams.
as
But
much as I hate hearing that, but yeah, it's true. Sucks. And as long as I don't see a Washington and Philadelphia the NFC Championship game, I'm good. Detroit, please take care of business against Washington because if Washington beats y'all gonna be the biggest fraud since like us last year. And that's saying something. But hopefully Detroit please take care of business for my sanity because as us Dallas fans are going through because speaking of Dallas, Mavericks been going through it and we lost to the Pelicans, the 15th seed Pelicans, without 5 of their starters. And Zion didn't even play because he's still busy on Bourbon Street eating some gumbo or like because he's still on his way back to like conditioning, and we still had well Kyrie didn't even play. Luka's still recovering, and this is one of those things where it's like, hey, we had the team. We said in the offseason, oh we can still compete even though like Kyrie and Luka don't even play.
yeah,
And then like in the fourth quarter, we played Dinwiddie ball. As much as I loved Spencer Dinwiddie, the past 3 games we played Dinwiddie ISO hero ball. We lost. The reason why we lost against Denver on Sunday, we played ISO ball with Dinwiddie, and that cost us the game. And guess what we did?
fire.
The
Eagles gonna
same crap
fire
again,
Jason
and that
Kidd.
cost us the game. And don't
Fire
mind,
Jason
don't
Kidd.
put things better. The goaltending, they missed the goaltend at the very end. It was
Dude, we
blatant
don't even
obvious.
call goaltending when we played the rec. What do you mean? You're gonna call it in the NBA? Get out of here.
Dude, it was blatant. It was why it was
Yeah, I
right
know, but
there. The
like, dude,
ref was looking
if
at
it's
it.
not gonna be called when we play at the rec, it's not gonna be called when we in the NBA.
And then like going back to the refs, I mean, we shouldn't have allowed that in the first place because like we're a better team. Because like as a Mavericks fan, since like forever, we are have a tendency of playing down for our competition. That's what we did last night. And I gotta give props to Daniel Gafford who has been sucking lately. Had a career high 27 points and 12 rebounds. And he was pretty much playing like bully ball down in the paint last night. And it just sucks that like all that is for nothing because we lost to
Yeah,
Pelicans team. But hey, we play OKC tomorrow night.
I don't. And everyone's like, I was answering some questions today about like what do I expect from the Timberwolves, and to be honest with you, not much because right now it's more of a I don't know how to explain it, but it doesn't it just it's not a combination of like the defense is bad or the offense is bad. It's just kind of a combination of everything. And we had just finished up a game. We lost to the Warriors. And don't get me wrong, like the Warriors, they're still a pretty good team, but we're 21-19. I mean, 31 points for Curry. I mean, dude, like my thing is like when do we say as a fan of the Timberwolves, when do we start going, okay, we lost to the Grizzlies, we destroyed the Magic, obviously, we destroyed the Pelicans, we barely beat the Clippers. When do we start saying, okay, our coaching needs to change, or at least something, we need to make a move or something? Like one guy that's for me at least that's really like disappointed me this year has actually been Dante DiVincenzo in the trade.
Well,
He's averaging 11 points, which is not bad, but I'd like to see a little bit more out of him. Just I don't know, just a little bit more out of him. And then obviously one guy that Jane McDaniels, I'm saying that name, McDaniels, yeah, Jay McDaniels. Man, he been disappointing. Only 10 points a game. That's just
I thought you were
situation.
gonna say Randall because I was like, he's like,
Randall's okay. He's averaging 19.5, but
I feel bad for Ant, dude. I
you
just feel
can't
bad.
keep carrying us like this, bro. Bro's playing like Michael
And
Jordan.
don't forget about Rudy. Y'all still got Rudy.
Yeah. We should have unloaded him after last season. Cat was the
And
guy
y'all
we should
should
have.
y'all should have
We
kept
should have
Cat
trade.
and
We should
trade.
trade Gobert, not Cat.
Yeah, because Cat's still like, look what he's doing at playing center. Look what he's
But
doing in New
but I
York.
will say we did. I think we still won the trade. In my opinion, I think we still won the trade.
Uh,
Did we get a first for him for Cat?
I
We
think
got
y'all
Dante
got like two
DiVincenzo.
second round picks.
That's honestly better than that.
Yeah.
But one guy that I'm waiting for to kind of like get going is who was that guy we drafted from, was it Kentucky or Duke, that's like coming up in our system? It's just
Oh,
really good.
Ron Dillingham.
Yeah, I expect him to start. He's
He's
slowly,
good. Just the coach don't play him.
yeah, he's just slowly getting there. I want our coach fired, to be honest with you.
Oh, you want
But
Coach
I watch
fired?
if we
I
fire him,
don't
we're gonna
blame
like
you. I
if
don't
we
blame you,
fire him, we're gonna
dude.
get like Doc Rivers. We're gonna get Doc Rivers or somebody.
If y'all get Doug Rivers,
Good night, bro. Let's go get the Zen Master out of retirement.
sure,
CJ,
I'll come out of I'll come out of
if Phil
retirement and
Jackson
play.
can do it with Jordan, Phil Jackson can do it with Anthony Edwards. Jordan beat version 2. I don't know why everyone calls him Jordan version 2. I mean, he's got the skills. He looks like him. He
And
plays like him,
no.
but he doesn't have Pippen. Doesn't have a Pippen.
They thought
Oh, but
McDaniel was, but
nope. He thought, oh, Gobert could be like Pippen. Cat could be like Pippen. Nope, nobody's Pippen, dude.
no one's fit. But y'all be good. I mean, it's gonna be
Texas
awkward.
lost. Vikings lost.
Jeez, this
Timberwolves
is
are
not your week, man.
Timberwolves are just playing through the motions. Hockey's okay. I mean, the Wild are okay, but still, it's one thing to cling on to. The Rangers are going to Victory Plus TV, which don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but it's $100 a year, $8 a month, dude. Are you kidding me? I don't care enough about the Rangers to watch their games for $8 a month. I don't.
Me neither. Okay,
I
one last thing.
I can't.
Predictions for a national championship game on Monday.
I got Notre Dame
You got
20,
Notre Dame?
20
I got Ohio State.
24-20. I got Notre Dame 24-21 over Ohio State.
I got OH.
So
Oh, yeah, I got Ohio State winning it.
I will say Texas didn't even play good in that game against Ohio State. Neither did Ohio State, but Texas didn't play good, and they still kind of kept it close until Darnold or Ewers. They're basically the same person. Until Ewers crapped his pants. I mean, and then now like the whole team's gone. Like they lost their starting center, they lost their top receiver, they lost their top tight end. I think Michael Taft, their top defensive back, is going in the draft. So you're gonna have to really use that transfer portal in a way that is gonna be beneficial to you. And oh, do I want to? I mean, and I have a hockey game tonight. I'm gonna go drown my sorrows at the bar afterwards. I might as well. My God, dude, it's just been. I've never been this sad since watching the Mavs eliminate the Timberwolves in the playoffs. I actually no, I wasn't that sad. I was actually more mad that we got eliminated in the playoffs than sad. This is just pure depression.
Yeah, I feel you. It's not been great as a Dallas fan
And, dude, oh
in
my God, I just
retrospect. So.
realized our quarterback core. It's gonna be oh no, it's gonna be JJ, and then our backup's gonna be Daniel Jones. Why?
Hey man, yo, you'll be all right, dude. You're
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
go. I'm
good.
gonna go. I'm gonna go drown myself in this ocean behind me. I'll be right back. All right, guys, that's been Sports Ramble episode 16, the one where we lose our mind edition. I'm sure I lost my mind. Oh,
We're venting.
ugh.
This is a whole session right now.
Yeah, it has
We're
been.
frustrated. We're disappointed.
You're frustrated. You don't get to be frustrated. You lost McCarthy. I lost my team.
Hey, I'm talking about the Mavericks right now. We're going through a rough spot of the season right now. I don't know who
You should
you
have fired
think.
Jason Kidd 2 seasons ago.
No, hey, we went to the finals.
Ooh. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you lost the final because of Jason Kidd's incompetence.
Hey, we made it to the finals. At least we can say
You
that.
made. I will say this: you made it to the finals in spite of Jason Kidd.
Yeah, because Luka was healthy, even though he was
Yeah,
like on one leg and everything.
exactly. So with that being said, that's episode 16, rant edition. We're still working on things with the Mingle people. We're still getting that all set up and through with. They're just trying to get us into the system right now and all that. So once we get that straightened out, we'll be able to move our podcast that way. Um, yeah, that's about all I got, man. I'm sad.
So we're depressed. It's depression.
Yeah,
But
I don't know.
we'll be all right.
I'll probably feel less depressed later tonight.
Tomorrow's a new day.
That's what they
Tomorrow's a
all
new
say. And then
day.
now all of a sudden we're gonna hear like O'Connell gets traded like to a different team for like a first round pick. Because that's what the and no one knows this. Everyone talks about, oh yeah, like our GM's like so good, he let him cook, bro. Bro gave up a first round pick for no reason. We traded down. We traded a first round pick of next year to get players. All we have is no, actually, sorry. We only have is a first round pick, and then we gave a bunch of seconds. All we have a first, and then a fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and that. This is what happens when you draft or get a GM that is from the Cleveland Browns organization.
Well,
You get Cleveland
that'll do
Browns.
it.
Yeah, yeah, that's the problem. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time.
All right. See y'all.